Cor. But welcome back to the show, right?
What's good, my guy?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Chess last night. Should you have been a surprise battle? Do you care about that, or should have been, roll out? How do you feel?
I think me and Av would have been a headline battle at this event. Like, I think it would have definitely been a marquee battle. You
Okay.
understand? Um, I don't know why they want to do it because I did speak to them about it, but I
Okay.
rock with TBL, and I did feel like this card right here was a card that could revive a spark into the culture. It was too many names on this card to let something like a surprise battle keep you off of the card. I think anybody that was on this card this
Right.
weekend
Right.
matters. And I think
Okay.
unless you was a Lux or a Mook and you wasn't on the card because maybe a financial thing or like a DNA that just, you know, he didn't he didn't feel like it was worth it. People
Mm-hmm.
like that, of course, they count. But anybody else that wasn't on this card,
Mm-hmm.
they don't matter.
Damn, Cor. Damn. Tell us how you really feel, Cor. I mean,
I
damn.
think so. This card was very, very important to the culture. Because
Okay.
if this event would have flopped, and then the way people talked about the T Top event, which I was at the T Top event, I liked the event in person. I seen the feedback from what the people say online, and you can't control that. If they don't like the quality of the battles or they don't like that,
Yes.
then it hurts. This battle, I'm not this not just this battle, but this card, I'm not really seeing no complaints. I think people got. I only watched like 3 or 4 battles. And
Mm.
I see everyone like showing love to all the battlers. I don't think a lot of people stunk it up. I think a lot of people had good performances, solid performances. There wasn't chokes. Was there any chokes?
Couple chokes here and there.
Major chokes?
I won't say major, but little stumblitis, chokes here and there.
Okay.
The suspects know their names. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't choke, sir, so you're good.
I had to get cut off. I had to get cut off.
Oh, we'll get to it in a second though. But listen,
Rapping 4 minute rounds.
hold on, we'll get to it in a second. But listen, you're right though. This card had to be good because you know why? So much talk about this, the hype of this card going into this event, right?
Yes.
Then you lose Twerk and A-Ward. I know the coach was mad about that, and I was hyped about that, right? And then cancel Ace
They
Amin
just
and
never gonna battle. I don't think they're ever gonna battle, son.
Ooh,
How many
no,
times
don't
was
do
Twerk
that.
and A was
Come
supposed to
on,
happen?
man.
I'm
Don't say
like, and I'm dying to see that battle. I ain't gonna lie, son.
that. Man, that's the battle. Yo, my nigga, listen to me. I was more invested in that battle more than Nitty and Twerk. Respectfully, Nitty and Daylight, pardon yourself. I was more invested in A-Ward and Twerk than that battle. I don't know how you feel about that. You're the writer. You're the
That's
battle.
crazy. That's crazy. But
That's crazy.
it's definitely
It's crazy.
understandable. It's definitely understandable because those are two guys that are in the culture now. Like Nitty's in the
Mhm.
culture now, but Daylight is a little nostalgic now. Kind of crazy to say that, but
Nostalgic.
um, because it's more like it was a comeback. It's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Saying
Right.
Daylight's a comeback, but but Twerk and A-Wood are now like they're just putting in work now, and Twerk is having a great year his last couple showings. So I get it. People are like, okay, Twerk's taking shit serious, and when
Mhm.
Twerk takes it serious, he's the hardest in the world to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So respectfully, they got to get that battle. Like they got to get it together. I
Yeah.
want to see that battle.
All right. So let's go ahead, man. You and Av, man. The consensus is core. People felt Av won the battle. How do you feel?
I don't think Ab won the battle. I think it's a debatable battle. I think I got it 2-1. Um, I definitely know if I didn't have to like jump in and out of rounds and material the way I
Mhm.
had it laid out.
Mhm.
I write connected. I don't write random punchlines. I
Mhm.
write with a purpose. So to have the boss clock my round, not stop it for crowd reaction, and nobody say anything, it's corny. She's super corny for that.
Mhm.
Av never cuts niggas off. That's crazy. You
But hold on,
understand
Av,
what I'm saying?
did you have a discussion before the battle about time limit discrepancy?
Yes, we
What did
did.
you tell
Yes,
me?
yes, 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 we
Okay.
did. But my
All right.
thing is this: I'm a professional, bro.
All
I
right.
don't do that. I battled Old Red and did 3 minute rounds, and Old Red had 8 minute rounds against
Yeah,
me.
Red was wilding. He was wilding, my nigga.
Nobody gave a fuck, right? Nobody cared, right? Nobody cared. Niggas like, yo, you come clipped up, but don't have the boss clock me. She's your boss. She's not my boss.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then she didn't stop for crowd reaction. And if you watch the battle, Av raps longer than me in every round.
Nah,
Yes,
son.
he
You
does,
dead
bro.
ass? You dead
Yes, he
ass?
does.
Oh, I gotta spin the
Yes, he
block.
does.
Respectfully, I gotta spin the block
There's
back.
only one
Okay.
round that I rapped full through. My second round. My second round is the only round I rapped from the beginning to the end. My third round was a little bit of my first and a little bit of my third. Like I didn't get to I had maybe 16 bars left in the first and
Okay.
maybe 16 in the third that I didn't get off. Maybe like 32 bars. But also I was rapping slow in round one because I
Mm.
wanted to build up a thing. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm taking my time. But bro, I'm not gonna sit here and just be trying to I'm not gonna do what Ored did to me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all know how I move, bro. I don't move like that. I move in integrity. I'm not messy. But why you scared? Like, that's what I was like, Av. Why you scared? You just had a battle last week that you didn't battle. You clipped up, clipped up. I could have been walking into a lineup. You just had a battle with Shuni that didn't happen, or with
And
Shayna
that's
that didn't
Shayna.
happen. You could have been super clipped up for me. I don't know that. So I gotta be on point too. You know what I'm saying? But
So did he join? Hold on,
I
Core. Be
feel like
honest.
I feel
Was
like I
this a
was
hold on?
wilding in that battle. I just feel
Was
like I got cut off right before I could really like get into my bag in the first.
all right? So let me ask you a question.
I
If
feel
the
like
theme of go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
No, I was saying if the theme of the event, right, Core, was that the main events are going to be unlimited rounds and other battles are going to be 90 seconds instead of third.
And nobody stuck to that. Nobody
Yeah,
stuck to that.
y'all niggas did not stick to that.
But
That is
listen. Three. I'm gonna be
all right.
honest with you.
All right,
I
brother.
honestly feel like
Mm-hmm.
if the whole event would have stuck to the 30, then the event could have flopped. I feel like a lot of us went into this
Mm-hmm.
event saying this event is too important. These battles matter. Let's give the people what they want. Let's not just do it for monetary and cut these things short. I feel like
Okay.
me and Ab would have been a crazier battle if we would have just let us wrap our rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, Av, like, you're a professional, I'm a professional. We could have did what we did, nigga. Like, it doesn't, you know what I'm
But all
saying?
right, so
Like, bro,
Paul,
we're gonna put
let
on
me
a
get pushed back.
show.
Let me get
Huh?
pushed back. If me and you battling, right? And you say three, what we doing tonight, right? And I'm like, all right, my nigga, we sticking to this. And we have a conversation that we're sticking to this. And then we battle and I do some shit like, yo, I'm going over the time limit. Would you feel away though? Be honest. Would you feel away?
I don't clock niggas. Now, if you're doing 5 minute rounds
Huh?
and I'm rapping 130, or you're doing 4 minute rounds, that's one
Mm-hmm.
thing. I wasn't that off, bro. I wasn't that off. I know how to time my rounds, bro. I'm a professional, bro.
I know you
You get what
professional.
I'm saying? I don't need the boss to tell me what to do. Get the fuck out of here. Like, this got to come. And then when Terra, after the first round, Terra said, "Are you clocking Av?" And she said no. So he said, "Get out of here." That's why she couldn't time it. Why are you timing me? You're not even timing your own artist. It's a conflict of interest. First off, let's be honest.
Okay.
Second off, you get what I'm saying? Second off, you're
Uh,
not stopping for the crowd reaction. That's not a 90-second round. You get what I'm saying? That's
okay.
not a 90-second round. I knew my rounds, bro. You get what I'm saying? So regardless of it, I'm not complaining because I still feel like I did my fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Right.
like I
You
got the
did.
second.
You did.
I feel like the first is nasty because I got cut off. And the thing is, the beginning of my third is really how my first was gonna end. So I look at that and sit there and say, if I'd have got my rounds out straight through, and then I would have been able to do the other shit that I wanted to do into the third,
Mm-hmm.
it could have been way better battle. You know, it is what it is. I don't feel like it's a body bag. I've been smoking niggas. Av
Mm-hmm.
has been smoking niggas.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't smoke me. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's not a. It's
listen,
not. Huh?
I told niggas on Twitter, I say, if Av won the battle, cool, but you can't say Court didn't get smoked though. Because
Nah.
Av do be smoking niggas something
Nah, he
crazy.
been he been smoking
All right.
everything. I
Okay.
feel like my I
Av
feel
do
like
be
my
shooting
Nate
niggas
flips
down.
were original. My Av flips. I had some really crazy Av shit that I didn't get out. That I'm sitting here like. bro, this
Okay.
would have made for a fire battle, bro. Like at the end of the day, we at the point where we don't really care about the wins and losses. We care about entertaining the fans and giving
Right.
them what
Right.
they want. You know what I
Right.
mean? Let the battle, let the people speak for themselves. So
Mm,
it's never about that, you know. I wasn't going into the battle to fucking line up Av. Like I
right.
don't do
Right.
shit like that. You know what I mean? He knows me better than that. You know what I
Mm,
mean? But either way, I think the battle was dope. I just feel like, you know, we should have got our time limits off. You know what I'm saying? That's
mm.
it. But besides that, I think it was a dope battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, in the second round when you had the every day I slide the slide crack ball you had in the second round,
Yeah,
dash
bro.
fire.
The universe forcing my hand like Baby Yoda. The fly trap. All because
Yeah.
I had a fly trap. I slide crack.
The political views ball you had, the shark don't bite joint you had.
Assassinate, eliminate,
Yeah.
eliminate.
And the
I
coordinate
was
ball you had in
going.
the first round. The coordinate ball you had in the first round also.
Yeah, the coordinate bar, the
Yeah.
NATO. Like
Mm-hmm.
I knew that people didn't really do original Nate flips.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what I did because there's a lot of ab shit that's been said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
pride myself on not trying to do what everyone else has done. You
Mm-hmm.
know, on bodega, stand on business. You know, there was just
The
some other shit.
LeBron line in the third round was fire, nigga. The
LeBron line,
LeBron
I think that's the round. I think that's the bar of the battle.
that
I
was
think
the
that's
that
the
was
bar
a
of the
haymaker
battle.
in the third. I ain't gonna hold you. I love that ball. I love that
You
ball.
know.
So,
And you
mm-hmm.
know, a lot of people related to it. Now the third, you know, people say that Av had a good rebuttal round. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good rebuttal round because he went
Yeah.
last. But if I
Yeah.
would have been able to do my third in totality the way I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to, it
Right.
would have came off like I'm predicting it, or it would have came off like I was responding to it if I would have went second. You know what I'm saying? But even that, I chose to go first. I
Right.
told
Oh,
Av, I said, nah, I'm gonna
you
go
choose to
first.
go first.
We didn't
Okay.
flip no coin. You get
Boy,
what I'm
that's true.
saying?
That's
Even
true. That's
that just shows you, bro. I came into the battle super prepared, bro. Like,
mm.
yo, I'm gonna get this shit out the way. I'm gonna get certain things said. You know, the Troy Ave shit. We're supposed to do this at Irving Plaza.
First round,
You
first
know,
round. You said that. Yeah, yeah. First
like
round. Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Mm.
trying to be original. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to be original against Av, and that's why a lot of people lose to Av because they don't have
Mm.
no more. They don't have things to say to him. He's not messy. He's
Mm.
not in the blogs. Um, the name Av is a typical name that's been ran through. Paul, like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you really have to write for him. So
Mm.
you know that's his advantage. So my advantage was to be all right. I gotta be original, but I'm also gonna jump out and set the pace. You know what I mean? And they didn't allow me to do that in the first. The second I turned up, third I turned up. So it is what it is.
Let me ask you about both your third rounds and stuff. Do you look at it also because what you said in the third round and what you said in the third round, it kind of mirrored each other and it made both y'all third rounds so dope because
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
said,
And if I would have went second, if I would have chose to go second or let the coin flip, then it would have looked like a rebuttal round. So I'm not really mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. I was just really mad at the first round that they did that. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because I didn't go into the battle worried about what Av had to say.
okay.
Apparently, I guess he thought he was worried about that. Like I don't know. Like I didn't get personal to the third, and the only thing I could talk about was the bad news shit.
All right, stay right there about the bad news situation because I saw somebody say on Twitter, you came when you and I had a conversation about bad news, and you said you were willing to battle bad news, right? So somebody
Hmm.
said, "Well, Core willing to battle bad news," and I ain't mad at that, but why is he getting on Av about that bad news battle if he's willing to battle bad news? You say what to that?
What I was trying to say with Av was,
Right.
if you're
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna battle bad news,
Mm-hmm.
and this goes for A Ward. A Ward's about to battle him.
Yes.
Whoever's gonna
Yes. Sir.
battle him.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not gonna, who just battled him? Riggs.
Riggs did. Yeah, Riggs did. He didn't mention
They're
nothing.
they're cool though. They're cool. So
Yeah, they're cool.
you
Carolina
know,
vibe.
that might be a little different, but for the integrity of the sport,
Mm-hmm.
bad news is threaten people.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I ain't gonna let niggas talk crazy. All right,
Yeah,
cool. That's
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean. You're a man. You stand on business. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was saying was, if you're gonna battle him and you don't address it, to me, whoever battles bad news and they don't address it, they lost.
So
Cause you ain't gonna
that's
talk
your
all this
mindset
shoot
now?
'em up, bang, 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 gang, gang, gang shit, and then you scared to address him about the
Okay,
paperwork shit.
okay. That's what you're saying, Core. All right.
Because he's gonna talk that shit, and he talks that shit very good. So
Mm.
if he put the pressure on you to say, yeah, bro, don't talk about this shit, or it's gonna pop off. Well, then nigga, it's gonna pop off. What are we doing? Cause I'm not gonna believe nothing you say, yo, bro. You talking all this gangster shit. This nigga said, don't mention the paperwork, or he gonna wash you, and you
Right.
didn't mention the paperwork. So of course I'm gonna come at Av like that, even though Av
Mm.
has small prep, of course, we know the real deal, but I'm still gonna dress it up and do what I
Yeah.
gotta do as battle rap as an artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, especially for anybody else that they fully know,
Mhm.
and they have time to prep for him, if they don't address it, then I feel like Bad News wins the battles off rip.
Okay.
Off rip.
All right. All right. Let me go here right quick, and I'm gonna ask you a question. It's not a question for you to answer rebuttals as beefing, right? Because I like both of you guys, right? Obviously during the Charlie Clips and Mike P battle, you came out in appearance in the third round, right? I gotta be honest with you. You look like you didn't want to do it. The way I gotta be, it like you didn't want to come out. I'm gonna keep it real
I
cool.
didn't
You look
know
like
what
you
Clips was gonna do. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know it because I knew what he was hinting at.
right.
And if you want to be honest with you, like that shit is mad long ago, bro. Like that shit was mad long ago. That and everyone knows I'm not a messy dude. I'm not really into it. And honestly, Mike knew it ain't like something that Mike didn't know. Mike knew
Mm,
way long ago. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I don't even think they together no more though either. So it's like,
They're not married. I thought they're married still, no?
I mean, they might be married. I don't know if they together. I don't know. I,
I'm not.
I, I
Yeah.
don't even want to mention it. I thought I saw
Yeah.
something
I
online.
don't.
I thought I saw something messy online between them. Whatever. I don't really care. Like they got kids together.
Mm,
Even before they had kids together, I was always respectful about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen them together at events. Say what up
mm.
to Mike. Say what up to her. It is what it is. I have no
It
I have no
will. No.
malice. I
Right. Right.
think
Right.
I think I didn't know what Clips was gonna do all the way. You know what I mean? It was real easy for me to answer those questions. It was kind of creative. It was alright. You know what I mean? I knew what Clips was doing.
I hated it.
We
I fucking hated that shit, nigga. I'm gonna keep
hated
it. I hated it, my nigga, to the core. But go ahead, you got it. I
Is
hated it.
it
Go ahead.
maybe because people might feel like the angle is drawn out? You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's
It
whatever.
is, man.
To
It
each his
is.
own. Clips puts a lot of eyes on things because of what he does outside of battle rap,
Charlie
though.
Clips. Right, Charlie Clips.
So you know, maybe he's trying to create a viral moment or whatever. But I think for Mike though, just for Mike, I don't know how you handle the like. I don't know why would you go into a battle or all these battles and not just have something already that could have shut it all down. Like you've
You mean
had
counter writing? You mean
multiple
counter writing?
multiple that huh?
You mean counter writing wise?
Okay, look, my son's situation, I had a round against King that kind of put it out there, put it
Mm.
to bed. Av mentions it, but I have something with the LeBron shit
Right.
that addresses it in a
Mm.
way tasteful, creative, artistic, where eventually, if people keep talking about my son, it's gonna be a dead issue, right?
Mm. Okay. Okay.
T Top was in a battle with Arsenal, and
Woo! My
Arsenal
first one.
literally showed a video
That was
of his
wow.
baby moms. Is it a topic with T Top anymore?
No, he shut that down. Round two, round three.
Shut it down.
He shut it down.
Your main stage mic, address it.
Mm.
You look like it bothers you. And this is some advice. Like if it looks like it bothers you, it's never gonna go away. You get what I'm saying? Um, Even if Mike went the other route and just said, fuck it, man, I'm gonna pop off on one of these niggas. Fuck it, bro. Like you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mike usually, he tries to handle it with grace or whatever.
Mm.
But you keep going walking right into the battles and you just like trying to rap, and sometimes you can't just rap. You gotta do something else just to get that, just to quiet that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something just to quiet
Every
it.
battle on court, every battle. I mean, after a while, he's probably thinking like, I can't think for Mike, but he's probably thinking, okay, is this the battle where no one's gonna bring this up anymore? And it did sting a little bit because you said it's Charlie Clips, right? You're coming out to the battle, so now it was like a damn near 2-on-1 thing, and you're talking about the
Mhm.
man's
No,
woman
no,
and
no.
stuff.
I get it. I get it. You know what I mean?
That's something look
The crazy
crazy.
thing is, I don't even really see nobody talking about the battle. So it's like, whatever. Like the battle, You
Battle was
get what I'm
ass.
saying?
The battle.
You didn't like the battle.
No,
I don't think Mike was good in the battle either, though.
no, I don't think Mike. I said in my blog, I don't think Mike was the great. I seen better Mike B.
So
by
you know,
far.
like people try to come at Clips, but the people should be talking about how you bodied Charlie Clips. If because he said Clips was terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't kill him.
He won though, technically. I was thinking Cortez.
Well, wait to the people. You ain't gonna get me to say Clips laws, bro. You know that's the bro. Like you trying to get me to say
Oh my
Clips
God,
laws.
he's a bro.
Not
Man,
gonna
love.
do that.
So, all
Not
right,
gonna
let
do
me
that.
ask you this. He was on 15 Minutes of Fame, and it seemed like he took more discomfort with you about the situation than Charlie.
Really.
Anyway, like, because he said, why Court bringing him out? You were the
Now,
female.
but
And you
listen.
know,
Again, like I said, that shit is old. That shit
mm,
is. I've never been a dude that brag about anything. People have seen me go to a lot of events with a lot of things.
talk crazy. I
I'm one of
heard.
them.
I heard.
I'm one of them. You feel me?
uh,
Like,
mm,
but respectfully, like my past with females or my past with just how I move. Like I've
right.
always moved with integrity. I never been messy. You never see no chicks talk bad about me. You've never seen a female come out and say, "Oh, Cole's a piece of shit." Oh, he did this. I
Yeah,
don't move like that.
never seen
I
that.
move very grown.
Mm,
I move very to myself. You get what I'm saying? If you see me with something, you know what it is. You feel me? And, and that's it. You feel me? But but
right.
but you know, it's just what reality is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta also know like if I date a female and I know that she moved a certain way before me,
Mm,
that would be a conversation I would have. You know what I'm saying? That would be a conversation I would have where I would fully know, especially going into battle rap,
mm,
what could come out and what can't come out. I've had these conversations with females. Yo, don't play
mm.
yourself. Don't let me find out something. The wrong
Yeah.
in round
Hey, we
two.
still
Like,
got a
don't let
bad
me
rap
find.
where niggas had to find out that they significant other at the time had dealings with some
Listen,
other person and shit.
listen,
Yeah.
listen. Any smart battle rapper.
Yeah.
This ain't just Mike P. I'm just saying that any smart battle rapper. You date a female and she's somewhat in the culture or somewhat involved.
Uh,
You have to ask, like, what made you watch battle rap? Like, what makes you watch what why are you here?
son, that ass though. That's that ass though. That's that ass.
Yo, three. Am I wrong? Yo, three.
No, you're
Am I
not
lying,
wrong. No,
Beasley?
you're not wrong. No, you're not. Because I've done it already, son. My bad. A couple of times I asked a few questions like, oh, hold on now. You know what I mean? Like, You know what I
Listen,
mean? Shout out to
I
Shorty.
have these conversations.
Uh,
And if a chick is moving wrong,
mm,
or if you or if you omitted some shit, like let's say you told me some things, but you didn't tell me this, and I find out
mm.
this, it's clip for you.
Yeah,
I make that very well known. Yo, don't let me find out some shit the other way. Don't let someone think they have one up on me. That's what I usually
facts.
say. Don't let someone think they have one up on me in battle rap. In battle rap. You know, whatever you did before me is whatever you did before me. If I choose to still mess with you, or I choose to date you, or I choose
Right.
to anything, that's fine. I'm not mad at you. Don't let me find out some shit.
Yeah, I'm
And
fine.
then you gotta explain it. The way Mike moves is like as if he had no idea about anything. I will say this. I know because Mike texted me one time, you know, this is private, but like he texted me and said, I appreciate you moving how you move.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
I'm thinking about it now. I didn't think about it Saturday. You know, and
Mm.
Saturday was really in the moment because again, I said I didn't know what Clips was doing. I know what he was alluding to, but I didn't know how he was gonna dress it up. But
So why'd you come out there, nigga? Why'd you come out?
maybe that's what got Mike mad. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd
But
you
to
come
be
out
honest,
there, nigga? Why'd you come out there, man?
bro, that's the bro. Like that's Clips. That's the bro. I'm not gonna leave him. I'm not gonna do what T Top did to in North Carolina.
Yo, Top, that
I'm
was
not T Top.
nasty, my nigga. That was nasty, son.
But
All right, Carolina. Nigga,
Yeah. Nah, I just say that, I just say this to say this, like,
Like,
it's
a
battle rap.
battle? A
Can't let you
battle?
can't
A
let you.
battle?
Nah. I've got offered to battle Mike a couple times. I wouldn't battle Mike. I wouldn't battle Mike. There would be nothing to talk about. There would be nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't go that route. Me personally, I wouldn't go that route. And Mike knows
Oh,
that. I
you gonna
wouldn't
go
do
there?
that. I wouldn't do that. You know what
You're
I'm
a real
saying?
one. You're a real one. You're a real one. You're a
Yeah.
real one.
Listen, I've battled other battle rappers. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say who, that I've had situations with their girls.
Yo, Brooklyn niggas, man, we are nasty niggas, yo.
I'm
Brooklyn niggas.
serious. I'm serious. I'm
I believe you,
serious.
man.
And
I believe
I've
you.
never got messy.
I believe you.
I don't feel like that I need to do
Go
that
on.
for a win. You
I've
know what I mean? It's
interviewed a
like a
couple
cheap
niggas.
win. Like,
Go on. I've interviewed a couple niggas who I've
what?
a couple niggas I've interviewed. Yeah, I know they old lady and shit. Put it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So that's what I'm saying. You interviewing them. That's crazy. That's crazy. Three letterman. That's crazy, three. You moving wacky out here, bro.
10 years? 10 years that I've been doing this? At least two or three. Two definitely. One almost got crazy, but two definitely. But it was good.
Look, look, it happens with everybody, man.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
everybody, absolutely.
Listen, Easy the Block Captain is one of the biggest names in the culture that happened with him. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you know what I mean? It's happened with all types of people. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is what it is. You know,
Mhm.
it's battle rap. You can't let it like you can't make it so
Yeah, you
personal. You
can't
know what I
push
mean?
it.
Where it looks like it bothers you, because I think that's why people keep bringing it up against him, because it bothers him. You could tell it bothers him. I don't know what bothers you though, if you already knew beforehand and you chose to, date her. And respectfully, there's nothing there's no, for me at least in my experiences, mad cool,
I know what it
no
is. I know what
issue,
it
no
is.
issue, no messy shit.
Go
Like,
on. I know what it is, Mike. The last person he wanted to see come out with you. Trust me on that. Now that I'm thinking about it.
you think so?
If it's anybody else, probably doesn't matter. But because whatever happened prior, that's going yeah. I don't feel away.
Maybe I was wrong. I have
You
no
were,
problem
nigga.
admitting I
You
was
was. You
wrong.
was. You was wrong. You was.
I was wrong. Word, I was
Yeah,
wrong.
you
Three.
was. You were. I'm your bro. I love you. We brothers. I'm telling you right. I think you're wrong.
Okay.
But it's Charlie Clips. I understand that's your man's. You ain't even stranded out and shit like that. If Clips doesn't bring you out there, it doesn't look crazy. But because and listen, Clips like it's like Clips lined you up too.
Yeah, he clips line me up too. I ain't gonna lie.
Them Harlem niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. Harlem niggas is different, man.
Yeah, clips line me up, right?
No,
We
but
might need to.
he did though. But let me ask you this: did you have a good weekend though? Overall though?
I had a great weekend. I feel like battle. I didn't get to watch all the battles yet, but every battle that I watched so far, I just watched Daylight and Nitty. That was a
Jesus
good
Christ.
battle.
It's good battles.
Nitty is
What's a
just
good
Nitty,
battle?
man.
All those good battles.
I had a great talk with actually Nitty Saturday night, the night before the battle. Like, we were just talking. We were just talking about pens, and we was just like the way we was breaking shit down and
Hold on.
certain things.
Was it you, Nitty, Pass?
Nah, I mean,
What
Pass wasn't
happened?
there when I had the convo, but it was me and Nitty. Like, we was talking about, like, people don't know. Like, I'm one of the first people that co-signed Nitty. When I battled Disaster, Nitty was opening on that card. He battled Young
Wow.
B the Future.
Yes, he
So
did.
I really seen Nitty on his come up. I was there when he battled Danny
King
on
of the
that.
Dato. King of the
Yeah,
Dato.
yeah. Like, I was there. So I
Wow.
literally have seen Nitty go from
Yeah, you have.
high
You have.
school to Hall of Fame.
You have. You have those.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, I had to battle Chiller right after him and Av.
That's real, real, real,
It's too hard
real,
to fucking
real.
get the crowd going after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
what I say this to say, like, I really have some conversations with Nitty sometimes that are like genuine about his writing and like the things I learned from him, and things that he says, yo, but I learned this from you. You know
From
what I mean?
you,
So
right, 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 right.
I take that as a respect thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm never afraid to say, when I took my year off, this last my hiatus, I feel
Mhm.
like with the King battle, even with this ad battle, I feel like people are seeing I'm changing, like I'm
Yeah.
elevating my writing, and things are coming across. I'm seeing the game a lot clearer.
Mm.
Again, even if you feel
You look
maybe
happier. You look
huh?
happier, son. You look happier.
Yeah, yeah, I'm way
I know you go
I'm
through
way
real
in a
life.
better space.
I know you go through real life shit, but you look happier though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
As your whole
I'm back. You feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm
Mm.
back, and I don't feel like I have anything to prove. I feel like I'm solidified. You know, all those top 50 lists, my name was there, Hall of Fame. You know what
You
I'm
cemented, man.
saying?
You cemented, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna just continue to do that. You know what I mean? And then this weekend, you know what I
Got
mean?
Payne this weekend. We got Payne this weekend. Damn, my nigga, how do you feel to be on a 2-day card last weekend and this weekend now? You
I
back
feel
on the
like
W?
that makes me feel like I'm back. That's why when Payne was talking, I was like, Payne, like you're there, but you're not there yet. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, cause I had
Right,
something in front of you. You know what I mean? That's why I
right.
didn't want to say, oh, I got Av. Nigga, I ain't worried about you. Nah,
Mm.
I'm watching you. Let me handle Av. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get to you. You know what I'm saying? And
Is
that's
that
all.
nice, call taking Payne that 1 week later? You just battle Av?
I've
Well,
done it. I've done it
I know you.
plenty of times, bro. I've done this. Like, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts, facts,
you
facts.
know, we're gonna make a movie, and I don't know if Twerk is gonna be there for the real deal shit, right? Cause he's injured. So I kind of feel like we kind of probably one of the headlines for this weekend also. So I feel like I'm where I
Especially
need to
that
be.
promo. Y'all niggas promo that shit so lovely. In a 15, 20-minute conversation, that shit just went boom. This shit
Word.
was this shit.
You
I
know,
mean,
so we sold the fight,
yes.
and at the end of the day, that's
Mhm.
gonna bring more value to Pain,
Absolutely.
and bring more
Mhm.
value to what I'm bringing to the table, and it's
Mhm.
cool. You know what I mean? Now all we gotta do is just be efficient. I watch his battles. He doesn't choke. He doesn't do none of that. So I feel like he's gonna be prepared. I don't choke. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm basically done with him also. So, you know, I'm ready to clip up, get out there, put on a show. You know what I mean? Get another bag and jump back on PSA Reloaded after and recap it. That's it.
Look, third battle, my bro got third battle coming out with Pain, man. You doing good, my nigga. Fam, I love you. We gonna check after the battle, though, bro.
My guys are holla.
You ready, man? Holla. Shout out my brother Cortez. Y'all know